What's up? What's up? Welcome to another Let's Chat Cloud Gaming. So, if you guys are not too familiar, what this is, it's pretty much a place where you guys come, you guys ask questions, and my goal is to try my best to answer it. We do this every Wednesday, 12 p.m. PST. So yeah, mark that down in your calendar. I know last week we did it on Thursday instead of Wednesday, but again, we're back to this. So let's get into it. Say what's up to you guys who are in here. We got some stuff to talk about, man. So again, the goal is for you guys to ask questions. But if you don't ask questions, I got a lot of things to say about cloud gaming, which I'll be mumbling on. So to save the shot, to save this live stream from that chaos, ask some questions so I wouldn't mumble about cloud gaming nonsense that probably you guys don't want to hear. But yo, makers of chaos, what is good, homie? Good to see you on here. Happy cloud gamer. Good to see you on here, my dude. Let's see. How do you say your name? Khalees Cloud. Hope I'm not butchering that name. I'm gonna call you C Cloud. Good to see you on here. Unitrix, my man. Good to see you on here, dude. All right. How about Xbox? Yo, we got some stuff to talk about when it comes to Xbox or xCloud. But Polaris was the man of the people. Yeah, thanks. But all right, let's get into it. And again, people on Facebook, people on Twitch, put those comments in there as well. It all draws in here as well, so I'll be able to see it. But again, appreciate everyone. Did I? Let me just make sure that I share this with some people. Um, yeah, I think I did. All right, cool. Okay, so as the question starts rolling in, let's talk. Xbox Cloud Gaming, guys. Hold up. More people on here. Flesh, you good to see you. Cloud Validation, good to see my dude. Yeah, yeah. So I agree. The PC app has some issues, man. I think Chief was doing a video on it. And Halo Infinite just was not showing up on there. It's kind of weird. It's just very inconsistent. But yeah, it's true. It has some issues, this blurriness, this inconsistency with the app. But all right, so let's get into. I hear streaming. Yeah, we've done a video showcasing this, but yeah, it does work. And the fact that this is official now, you can officially use your consoles to stream xCloud. It's a big deal. So check that out if you haven't yet. All right. So to start, right, one of the rambling I'm gonna go off is just uh, how dope Halo Infinite is in the cloud. So I was a little skeptical. I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't know how this franchise was gonna run on xCloud. Again, if you guys have been following the channel, following the podcast, something you'll know about xCloud is the fact that it's inconsistent, right? One game can run really well on the service, and then one game can not run too well, and then xCloud can perform really well for someone, and then someone like Monkey in Scotland, xCloud just does not run well. So a lot of us on the podcast and just on the channel, we're really skeptical about how Halo Infinite is going to run in the cloud. And boy, oh boy, I just want to say this. You guys have nothing to worry about. If the single player campaign turns out to be as smooth as the multiplayer, man, Microsoft has something incredible in their hands. If you guys watch the multiplayer videos that we've put up so far on Halo Infinite, you'll see how fluid that game is, right? Again, people are saying it's 60 FPS, but my goodness, it performance wise, it almost feels like I'm playing on the local hardware. So they have two modes, right? They have a graphics mode and they have a performance mode. Again, a graphic looks a little better with the side to side comparison, but if you playing competitively, I definitely think performance is the way to go. You move a lot faster, FPS count is up, and it feels really good. Anywho, Halo Infinite plays great in the cloud. Keep those questions coming. I see you guys on here. I'll get to those. But Halo Infinite plays great in the cloud. And so, again, surprise. A lot of people thought we would have to wait to December 8th to see Halo Infinite on the cloud. And when they made the announcement of Halo Infinite being available in the cloud, Halo Infinite beta being available to play, I was like, this is definitely not coming to the cloud. And then to find out that it was, I was like, yo, this is dope. Anywho, rest assured, if you guys haven't played Halo Infinite, or if you guys were on the fence on how this game would perform in the cloud, just rest assured that it actually plays really well, and definitely would recommend it. Go watch the videos if you guys haven't yet. So, good stuff. Back to back hitters for Xbox Cloud Gaming. Again, just the previous week, we had Forza Horizon, and you guys saw videos where we talked about the performance being really good. And then this, right? So bring on Flight Simulator, wrap it up all in a nice box bow, and just send off XCloud uh, for the rest of the year. Because again, good stuff, man. Good stuff. We had GFN killing it, and now Microsoft is here making noise. Cloud gaming, guys, is just looking so good right now. So I'm gonna, again, don't let me ramble, guys. This is not good. It's not good. All right, Polaris, man. Thanks for the super sticker. So I want to say this on the air, dude. You were one of the most consistent supporters. I see you on GTPs. I see you on Cloudies. I see you on here, and you always like donated, man. I don't know how or financially where you get the income to do this, but really, really appreciate it. And again, thank you for the super sticker. Good stuff, and I appreciate you, my dude. And you're also a member in our channel too, so appreciate that too. Which browser suggests the best image quality for xCloud? I always use Chrome. Edge browser is picking up too for cloud gaming, but when it comes to playing most of my cloud game platforms, I always use Chrome. But Edge browser is not too bad. Maybe we should do a video. I think we probably have a video out comparing browsers. I think we do. But if not, maybe we should look into doing. Just cancel my shadow. The work's more expensive than before. Extent not working. No point in keeping it. Resubbing to xCloud PS Now, which, okay. Do you know? So flash you these maximum settings, but again, there would be the other alternative to Shadow. Again, Shadow PC is a virtual PC, and it's hard to replicate that. I'll just be 100% honest with you. The other company that I feel like does virtual PCs really well is Max Settings. But then again, the advantage that Shadow has over Max Settings, the fact that you're paying just $30, right, and you can access it anytime that you want, right? Maximum Settings is pay as you go type service. So if you want more hours, you are constantly watching your hours tick, and then you have to pay more money to up your hours and your minutes. As to where Shadow's a one-time monthly fee to where you can use it anytime you want. We keep saying it on here. We get this question a lot. What's a good alternative to Shadow? And honestly speaking, it's hard to replace Shadow. It's expensive. There's a reason why they hiked the price, because there's nothing on the market like it. And I think the CEO knows that. So $30 is steep, especially like where it previously used to be. But in reality, nothing else does what Shadow does, and Shadow does it pretty well. So I get people are canceling it, and I get it that the graphics card, the 1080 that is still on there, is not the best, but it's still hard to beat for that price. But yeah, I would say if you're looking for an alternative, check out Max Settings. But then you have the pay as you go type wall that you gotta face. Xbox streaming work flawlessly and the same. Go for it. Yeah, yeah, I'm hearing that. Good to see people being able to experience xCloud on consoles now. Good to see. I use Edge. Okay, so again, Edge Chrome seems to be the good browsers for cloud gaming, right? Does the new 3080 GeForce run? Yes, yes. I did a video showcasing this. So I have the Galaxy Fold 3 here. And yes, if you have 120 hertz on your phone, you can utilize the 120. Yes, pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Playing Destiny on here is a boss experience. But yeah, you can use your 120 hertz on your mobile device. Okay. Yes. Good job, Cloud. Validating, bro. Good job. Nice. All right. Again, the cool thing about here is I hope to get to everyone's chat, but if I don't, there's some awesome, knowledgeable people in the chat that can answer y'all's question too. So ask away. That's what this is about. I got a new phone. Yeah. Okay. Which do I prefer, Stadia GFN? That's a great question. Um, as a cloud gaming enthusiast, I I prefer what I can play my games on. I used to prefer Google Stadia a lot because all I played was NBA 2K, and the fact that that's not there, I actually picked up Shadow 2K for Shadow, and I was on it 2 days ago and yesterday, and I was playing it a little today at work. It shouldn't be, but. Um, it works good, man. It works good. And I think I'm going to be playing Shadow quite a lot because they have the game that I want. So when I was testing out the 3080 Ti for GFN, I used it a lot because they had games that I wanted. It all depends on what games you want to play and what platform has it. But I'll be 100% honest with you though, if a game does come out on GFN, and on Google Stadia. Based on the performance of the 3080 tier, I probably would play it on there because it gives me a better performance. But again, who's gonna get the game that I want first? That's what I'm gonna play it, right? So it's a toss up, man. It's a toss up. Halo Infinite will run perfectly in G. Yes. Oh, it would eat it alive, bro. It would eat it. But again, are they gonna get it? That's a big question, right? Which probably did not. Just to answer that for you. How many games in cloud across? Wait, so many? Yes. Oh my goodness, I agree with this 100%. There's a lot of games right now in the cloud for you guys to play and enjoy a lot. I'm surprised that I'm saying this, but I've been enjoying Edge again. Cool, cool. Again, Edge works really well for some people. So it's pretty cool to see it working for you. No pun intended. Love it. It's like, okay, cool. xCloud doesn't work for me, right? Too much lag and blurriness. I hope it gets better because, yeah. And hopefully we see this to where they continue to improve the performance, and this rumor of it being 4K by the end of this year, and that's again the streaming dongle that should be projecting 4K. So I'm hoping with all these rumors, right, the service will continue to improve and get better. But yeah, let's wait and see. There's still a lot left for xCloud to accomplish this year. There's also the rumors of you being able to purchase your game from the marketplace and being able to play it on xCloud, and that might be coming too. So a lot to look forward to for sure. I'm wondering on your phone, can you select 100? I don't see an option on my phone. So I know for Samsung, there is, if you go to the settings, go to display, you can pick 120 or you can pick 60. But if you have a Samsung device cloud, you should be able to, but I don't know if you can mess with the Hertz settings if you don't have a Samsung device. But yeah, mess around in your settings, go to the display in your settings and check it out. See what you find. Ben, what is good? Again, Cloud Tripping Entertainment. Ben is a member from our panel for our podcast. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. If you guys haven't checked him out, he's also a content creator these days, creating content, man. Good stuff overall. Check him out too, right? Xbox and GFN are killing it. Yeah, true, true. But GFN is still in the hot seat, man. GFN is still in the hot seat. Shout outs to GTP, again, another member of the panel. He did an updated video on the situation with GFN. I had to tell homie to kind of GTP some fire right now when it comes to that whole topic, man. But yeah, man, they're still not communicating as much as we're hoping. You know, we talk about like transparency. Yeah, 3080 rig is dope, but that whole cap and frames, man, is got to be something that we want more answers to, and we haven't seen GFN as quiet as they've been, which is it's not good. And so yeah, we would like more transparency with that. But 3080 rig though is dope, but cap and frames is not dope. So let's see. We'll continue to cover that. I think I don't know if I might want to address that again on the podcast. This will be the third podcast where we're talking about cap and frames, but I don't know if we will. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll talk to the guys and see if that's something they want to address again. But yes, it's still an issue. Well, Shadow's supposed to get yes. So we know right now that they are testing new hardware. So I think it's a matter of time before we see Shadow get some updates too, which is going to be really exciting. And hopefully, my hope is that the boost tier gets an update, right? I think the pricing for Shadows, you guys are complaining about $30 being too expensive. I can totally see like a $50 tier and like a $99 tier a month. So get ready for that, guys. Yeah, people are sitting here complaining about the $30 being too expensive. I think we're gonna see even more expensive shadow tiers coming. But my hope is that at least the boost tier gets an upgrade for the same price. If they can keep that $30 price point, but give us like a 2060 rig, or 3060 even, that'll be dope, right? That'll be dope. So we'll have to wait and see if what we get with these upgrades of a Starlink. Oh, so do you have Starlink? We've worked with some guys to do some testing on Starlink, and I've read some forums too. When it comes to cloud gaming, word on the streets is Starlink is probably not the best option for that. It's very inconsistent. That's why I'm asking, have you tried it? We got really excited for it, but based on the testing that we've done, the people that we've worked with and we've talked to, we're finding out that Starlink for cloud gaming is probably not the best option. But it might be your only option. So if that's the case, then give it a go. Inside the GeForce side, let me go. Let me see what you're talking about. Wondering on inside the GFN app. Oof. Let me see. Let me see. I have my phone right here. Let me open the GFN app and see if we can mess with. I don't know. That's a great question, actually. You know what I was thinking the other day? It's been a while since I've done like some tech or how-to videos. We've just been, it's been a storm of content to cover. So lately, we've just been trying to get all those things covered. But Yeah, I gotta get back into making some tech and how-to videos. Stream quality. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So I'm looking at my phone right now. Hold on, let me exit this. Hold on. But yeah, like I was saying, I do need to get back to making some how-tos and tech videos. I miss tech. I miss cloud gaming tech. It's really fun. What in the world? It's like blacked out for me. Why is it blacked out for me? Uh, this is all live, fellas. Okay, here we go. Stream quality, frame rate auto. So if I go to rate auto, I only have two options. Oof, I don't know if you can see that, but let's go back there. I only have two options. Damn it. It gives me 1630. Um, yeah. So do you see that right there? My camera is not the greatest, but 6030. But if you look at the bottom, it says 120 FPS only available on selected phones. So I think it does it automatically, but no, if you go to frame rates, it only gives you 60 and 30. So I would probably recommend you doing auto. I know I was playing Fortnite and it definitely was pushing um, 120 on my mobile, and I had it on auto. So no, it doesn't give you like 120 to set, but if you put in auto, I think you should be good. I definitely think GFN needs to work on giving that 60 FPS, but yeah, yeah, make it you agree to. Stadia and GFN work here in Starlink. We're again, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Again, the thing with cloud gaming is right. Experience are different for everyone, so it's pretty cool to hear that at least Starlink is working for you. Sorry, what I was asking was on your phone on GeForce Now. Yeah, so hopefully I just showcased that. Yo, Vet Cloud Gaming, what is good, homie? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. So, shout outs to Vet, man. I keep putting him in the spot. I got to get better with the guests that I have on my podcast. I'm just so busy with a lot of things that like the last minute I just remember. Oh wow, let's check in and see who can make it and who cannot make it. And I'm always like, just contacting Vet like last minute. Yo, like if we're short on the panel member, can you make it? It's not professional, but shout outs to Vet for coming through clutch at times. But yeah, I got your message about that, and we gotta get better at scheduling. I wish still on, yeah. That's a good way to view it. Like people were making fun of me on the podcast when I said this. I moving forward, I want every game to be available on GFN just because of that 3080 tier. Like if Battlefield was to come in the cloud, I would hope that it would come to GFN over all the other cloud gaming service because I feel like that 3080 will do it justice. I've been proven wrong with Halo's performance, so xCloud probably can handle it. But man, the bells and whistles, man, I feel like GFN is just gonna give it that. But yeah, I hear you. Good to hear. Good to hear. I would like to see GFN update the broadcast. Yo, Vat, I'm glad that you said that, right? With what like Stadia is doing. You know what's funny, Vat? The NVIDIA Shield TV used to have that. You used to actually be able to stream to YouTube from the NVIDIA Shield TV, but they didn't update. They actually took the whole broadcasting app out, but then people complained and then they brought it back, but then they stripped some stuff. um, you were actually able to record like 4K footage. The broadcast feature was so dope on the Nvidia Show TV with GFN. But I do agree. I think just like the GeForce Now experience, they should just like bring that to the GFN app and give you all those nice, beautiful settings on there with GFN. You know, maybe we should voice that more. Maybe they don't see that. I think that can be something easy to do, but maybe they don't think people would want that. So maybe that's something we should voice more. I feel like content creators can really benefit from that, but just an average consumer want to record or go live, you know? Yeah, maybe we need to voice this more. I think yeah, it needs to be updated for sure. The, I wish GeForce Now would figure out a way to license Windows so we can have the same update shadow plays. A little more limited, yeah. So I think in time, GFN is going to be the go-to factor for all PC games. Hear me out when I say this, right? People are like, oh, like what you're saying here, Cloud, for it to be more to get like Windows validation to where again be like Shadow to where you can pretty much play every single game. I think in time we'll see most publishers be okay with GFN having the games. And you know, with that being the case, then I see a future with GFN where most, if not all, PC game release would be same day. I feel like if it's GeForce Now is gonna be like the bridge that that brings all of cloud gaming in one place. You know, you see the beef that Steam has with Epic to where, you know, they're fighting to get exclusives and all that stuff. Everyone is trying to have their own little storefront. What GFN provides is all that to be stripped away. And they're working well with Epic, they're working well with Steam. I'm not seeing any, yeah, Microsoft took the GameStop, but I think later on that can be something unless you want to stay competitive and push the xCloud. But later on, Game Pass can be a thing, just like Ubisoft Pluses and GFN. But I think the end goal for GFN would be to get like every single PC release same day. Again, it might not happen now. Cloud game is too early, but talking to the guys, I think that's what they want. And I think down the line, that's what we're gonna see with GFN. And how dope would that be to where you don't have to worry about is GFN going to get this or not. If it's released, you'll automatically know that it's available in GFN. But again, cloud gaming is still in infant stage, it's still early, but I can see them totally working towards that. I did a quick how xCloud, yeah, people say yeah, xCloud is pretty good. Series S streaming beast. You can use Series S to stream if that's what you're referring to. You got Fold, that's nice. Yeah, the S21 5G is a pretty dope phone too. The Shadow has sometimes issues when launching games, like some GFN games are maintenance. No. What's the? How do you say Baptos? Hey, Baptos. No. So the thing with Shadow is that some games are just not supported on it. Um, I know Genshin Impact, you can't install it on Shadow, but the only few games I know Rockstar once took Red Dead Redemption off of Shadow to where you couldn't use it. But now I think they updated. There's another game, a competitive shooter. I can't remember the name, but that game is still not available for Shadow. So these like a handful of games that just doesn't work on the Virtual PC, but most PC games through Epic, Steam, EA Origin, whatever the case might be. Ubisoft Plus you can use in Shadow. Can't you get, yes, iPad, the newest one has 120 FPS. So yes, you can game like a boss. I was thinking about making a video on that. I have so many videos to work on, just like I did with the Fold, showcasing 120 FPS using the iPad to do that. But yeah, Amazon needs to stop crashes. What's up? How do you say your name, Donovan? Victor, how you doing? It's good to see you. Shane, you get 120G with fifth generation. I don't know which generation, but I know the latest iPad Pro. The latest iPad Pro, I think it's Pro, has 120 FPS screen. Which we could play some Game Pass PC games on our mobile device if you already pay for the ultimate. What do you mean by this? Like, tell me more, yo, bro, 23. Tell me more. Which you could play some Game Pass PC games on our mobile devices. Are you talking about in the cloud? Are you talking about like installing it on your mobile device, like the actual game on your mobile device? Because if that's the case, I don't think mobile is there yet to be able to handle PC games like that. But if it's using like xCloud, I know that Microsoft has said that eventually they want PC games to come to xCloud, right? Not just the console games to the cloud games. So I think in time we'll see PC games come to the cloud, if that's what you're referring to. And X should kill the idea of, yes, true. It works really well. The cool thing with this though is that I'm talking to all the panel members. I know with Forza Horizon 6, GTP kind of struggled with performance there, but with Halo Infinite, all across the board, everyone seems to be having a good time with it. So I don't know what they did with that game, but it seems to be working. I haven't heard one. I have to check on Monkey because he normally doesn't get good performance with xCloud. But everyone I've talked to about Halo Infinite performance in xCloud have nothing but good things to say about it. Does GFN pay publishers dev to bring the game to? I don't think they do. They might have like a side agreement, but I think it's more of GFN providing benefits to publishers as to what the service can do for the game if it's on their platform, right? I know for Valheim, when that game came to GFN, in the blog post, the devs were praising the convenience aspect of it. The fact that now, opens the door for more people to be able to experience the games. And so they kind of looked at it from that way. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some games that they really want their platform that they might, pay some rights to get, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think so. I don't know how the business model works, but no worries, good to help, man. We see TV movie studios bring in streaming service merge. When will this gaming service and game studios opinion? Tell me more about this. It's a great question. You talking about like the Halo TV series with Paramount Plus and The Witcher with Netflix? Is that what you're referring to? We see TV movie studio streaming service merge. Tell me more about that. I think GFN will be the ideal PC game. Yes. I think that's what they're trying to achieve with it. What do you think GFN would need to do to get more publishers? I think they're doing it. They providing a stable, reliable cloud gaming platform, and again, like I said before, I think devs want to showcase the games, right? And devs want more people to have access to the games, right? So what this 3080 tier does is just that with consoles and graphics card being so hard to find, the 3080 tier makes it available for dev to port the game and more, like, they're claiming 13 million, even though 12 million, even though again the 12 million might not own the 3080 rig, they might have the free tier, but whatever the case might be, GFN gives devs access to more play base. So I think they're doing what they need to do. They providing the tech, and I think in time, again, cloud game is still too early, but I think in time the devs are going to start seeing the benefit of the cloud, and numbers are going to start mattering, or mattering. That's is numbers are going to start to matter. So again, last we checked, it was 12, maybe more now. And so once the devs see that there's the tech there to support the games in time, I think this is going to be. They did an interview where I think it was not CEO, but whoever who's in charge said it's not a matter of if the game is going to come, it's a matter of when, right? So these games are going to come, I think, but in time, right? Baptos, what's up, man? Most of the issues with unsupported games and Shadow are because anti-cheat. Yes, absolutely right. Stadia is still the best to play via cloud. This is subjective, but if you feel like Stadia is the best for you, then Stadia is the best for you. But people have the opinion. Stadia is dope. Stadia is dope, but again, it might not even work for some people. Valorant, thank you, Ben. Thank you. Ben is always on point. Yes, that is the game that it's not supported for Shadow. And again, I think it is because of anti-cheat. Hey, Chris, how are you, man? Good to see you, for sure. Let's see. My iPhone 13 cannot get access to. I'm stuck with. So Vet, put it in auto. See what you get, because again, with my settings on my um, for 3, it doesn't actually give me the option to pick 120. But if I go to auto and I pick a game that supports 120 Hz, it automatically adjusts to it. So you might want to put in auto and test out a game like this into a Fortnite. See what you get. I'm not as active on mobile. Huh. Hey, what up, Kenny G? Do you think GFN or Stadia would exist if would? That's a great question. Do you think GFN or Stadia would exist if Steam Valve would use Stadia's tech? That's a great question. You got me thinking. There was rumors at one time with Steam getting the cloud gaming game, but realistically speaking, to me that just doesn't make sense. Stadia is okay. So hear me out. Stadia is always going to exist because Google is a business, right? They want to make the most money. Cloud right now is hot for all these big tech companies. Microsoft, Amazon, Google, they want to own the cloud space. So Google Stadia is, if not Stadia, gaming is going to exist for Google in the cloud, right? If it's white labeling, like we've talked about, whatever the case might be, cloud is a huge business for these big tech companies. And right now, I feel like it's a battle to own that space for all three of them, right? People might say Apple's big. I'm talking about Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. So yes, even if Valve came in the game with Stadia's tech, that is still right. Stadia might not exist, but Google Cloud or white labeling from Google will still exist, right? I don't think any of these big tech companies are gonna back away from like cloud gaming. If whether from a business perspective, whether it be white labeling or owning your own service, it's gonna be huge. They know it's gonna be huge, and yeah, as far as GFN though, yeah, I always ask the question as to what is GFN's motive for NVIDIA, and I still don't know what that is, right? Do they see cloud being so big in the future that they want to become the dominant factor? Do they want to use GFN to display the graphic, like the tech of the, graphics? So is GF, for instance, with this 3080 tier, is it showcasing, okay, this is what your game will look like if you had access to the 3080 tier? So maybe you can't afford it financially, but this is a cheaper way of testing. So is it, again, what purpose does GFN meet for NVIDIA? And that I truly don't know. But I think that would be a good question to find out to answer this question for you. Um, but yeah, it's a great question. I actually had to think for a bit. So hope I scratched a little the surface a little with that. But um, yeah, I might have to think about that some more. But great question. I think I'm familiar with TV movie. Okay. Okay, so this is back to your question with, okay, I think, okay, with the TV movie industry, the streaming service has taken more. Okay, so you're saying with the movie industry, streaming so services like Netflix, Hulu have taken over more, right? And movie TV has been forced to merge. When do you think this will movie TV? When do you think this will affect the gaming? When we take, still trying to. Um, all right, so I'm just gonna like act like I'm understanding this question and say when it comes to like TV movie industry, you're saying that they're forced to merge, and you're saying how would this affect the gaming industry when talking about cloud gaming? Man, I need to help me, guys. I really want to answer that question, but I'm still not grasping it. Happy, sorry. Still not grasping it. Maybe explain someone if you can, please. Um, I think Stadia is more a test bed show, but yeah, like a white label. We've talked about that possibly, but I don't think that was the original case for Stadia. I really think Google had ambitions, man. I think they really wanted to own the cloud gaming space. Something people don't give Google credit for is like how ambitious they were with Google Stadia. Man, like if Stadia would have played out the way that they wanted it to, I feel like Stadia made people excited about cloud gaming. Look at the cloud gaming community that we have here, just this little one. You can see like most people got into it because of Google Stadia. Like no lie, Stadia got a lot of people hyped. GDC, they killed it. The vision that they gave, like it was incredible, and I think a lot of people were bought into that vision, right? For Stadia, the thing is like they just didn't implement it correctly. So like that wasn't the original case, and maybe if they can somehow go back, and I still have hope for Stadia. I don't. The people, talk about Stadia wanting to become like they wanted to become a white label, and it makes sense from a business perspective. But I'm still sold on the idea that Google presented with Stadia GDC, and I, man, they killed the first party studio, which is a bummer. But the idea of having a console like platform in the cloud really gets me excited, and I would love they're the only ones doing it. You look at Luna. Luna's, I don't know what the hell Luna is these days, but you look at GeForce Now. GeForce Now, like I was saying earlier, it's just a mixture of is NVIDIA providing a cloud space for all these stores to come together and bring the games in the cloud. It's not like a dedicated platform, like a console-like experience in the cloud. So I actually really like having your own friends list and all those things. I love that about Stadia, but and I would love to see that continue. But right now, from a business perspective, can they keep that up? But yeah. I hope it doesn't become just a test bed for companies. I hope they can go back and really push that narrative of the ultimate console in the cloud, right? We'll see though. What up, Johnny Live? Good to see you, my dude. Alright, Ace, have been playing. Yo, I have. How has that experience been for you, my dude? Yeah, Halos again. So good. So good in the cloud. Shout outs to Microsoft. They pulled it off. GFN did say that 120 FPS in mobile was going to come first in Galaxy C. Yeah. Yeah, true. But I'm playing it on my phone and it works. But yeah, maybe we see it come to more platform after that. They did say iOS was going to be different. Yeah. Truth. Truth. What do you think of? I like it. 4K 120. What's up? Yeah, the fact that they're pushing 4K now, but they gotta bring camera support. We have Nimbus Cloud Gaming on the XS channel. He uses that for his streams because again, his internet connection is not the greatest, and like he would love to use a camera, but he can't. Right? Yes. Shout outs to the up in quality. That's great. But bring that camera support, my dudes. Yeah, like they, and shout outs to. So here's the thing, the with Stadia's Google Stadia is confusing, bro. Like with the reason. Okay, so this tells me that this platform is still something they want to back. For them to release this feature to be able to stream, I mean, again, they they are so confusing, right? Because if Stadia was dead, if Stadia was going away, they wouldn't release this feature. But then by them saying, right, direct streaming is still something we care about. Being able to live stream at 4K and upgrade to the 1080p that we previously had, it shows that they're going back to the original vision. So if you guys, the name Stadia was formed from Stadium. The original plan for Google Stadia was to provide a medium for content creators and gamers to emerge. Think about like a stadium, right? When they were GDC, they were saying like in back in the days in Roman, just watching, like gladiators fight, was kind of like a concept that they wanted to. So again, with this update, it takes you back there to they are still trying to push this direct streaming, but then you look at all the other things that are going with the platform, and you ask where are the games? Where I don't know, man. Stadia confuses the hell out of me. They get me up here and then they bring it down. They get me up here and they bring it down. I don't know. I don't know. But this is hopeful. This is hopeful. This shows that number one, they're going back to the original intent for Stadia. But number two, that they actually still care about this platform and they're still investing in it, right? But yes, good stuff overall, I would think. But still, they still confuse me. All right, so again, makers, I think you're trying to make sense of this, right? Cloud and subscription service for gaming is still growing. We wouldn't know what merges will happen stream wise fully. Okay, I'm gonna let you. Sorry, Happy. Hey, what up, Poland? What's good? Thank you for being here. All cloud gaming is in beta, all of it. Agreed. Agreed. Even though Stadia is, I would say Stadia is not in beta. They should be in beta, but they came out of the beta too fast. Um, this might sound crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised in 5 years if one of the big three scooped up Nvidia. Nvidia can be scooped. Nvidia, if you man, unless they start like struggling financially, let's look at Nvidia's market cap real quick. Nvidia can be scooped. They up there with the big boys, man. You would have to shell out some serious cash to acquire or to purchase Nvidia right now. All right, so let's look at where's the market cap at. Where's the market cap? To do. Nvidia is at 755 billion market cap. Who has that money to acquire Nvidia right now? I don't think it's happening anytime soon, unless they hit rock bottom. But Nvidia might acquire one of these companies in the future. They're doing really well, and they growing significantly, man. Being as my safer route, wouldn't have to worry about exclusive games for the own service, would monetize. Yeah, yeah. Well, I love. Okay, make I agree. Cool. Google made some questionable moves with Stadia, but they still did a lot of things right. Yes, agreed. It's just a matter of them staying. Yeah, they good. Yeah, they're still in this game again. Cloud is still too early to call. They just got to make some moves, man. Is production mode for sure. Is that yeah, it's good. What up, Trex? GFN is good. I've been playing Elder Scrolls in Cloud. Yeah. Skyrim did get that update, so next gen update, and it looks pretty impressive. How the gap between Microsoft's, yeah, that's what I was referring to. Um, no, you good. Sorry, I feel bad because I do want to answer that question, but I'm just having a hard time with it. Nvidia is a lot like yeah, agreed makers. Nvidia is huge. The thing, these features are good to sell this service if they think told publishers. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. That being said, I don't think anyone's gonna yeah, exactly. Doesn't work through dashboard. What up, Mark? My question is when will we see the merge of game studio forced to merge to survive like we see in movie industries do with streaming? When will we see the merge of game studios first to merge to survive? So I guess let me go back to the movie industry. Tell me more about that. Like you're saying the movie industry is being forced to merge to survive? Are you referring to tell me more, but I think that's where I'm confused. Tell me what you see in the movie industry when it comes to being forced to merge. Like what companies, what tell me more about that part. I think if I understand that part, I can make a connection to your gaming reference. Google needs to show they aren't going to dish the service by upgrading the hardware so it can. Yeah, what up, RaceX? Yeah, there's some truth to that. GeForce Now needs to provide some way to direct stream. Agreed. Agreed. We talked about that early. Leaving Shadow Tech after 2 years. What up, Austin? Of GeForce Now by being wait. Leaving Shadow. So you're leaving Shadow after 2 years for GeForce Now by the beginning of okay because of the downgrade rate. Yeah. And some people are doing this, but so for instance, right? I just purchased NBA 2K because again I can't play it anywhere else in the cloud, and they only service that I can use to play that right now, Shadow. So I always keep my Shadow alive because GFN is not gonna always get all the games that I want, and I feel like that's where Shadow comes in for me. But again, if you don't use Shadow, if finance is an issue, then it makes sense. Also, Dead Space through the browser. Yes. Wait. Also, Dead Space. Yes. Agreed. If you go through the app, it's not on there, but through the browser, it is. Just like Halo was. I'm not. No, you're good. You're good. That would be precious. Yes. You. Gamer TV, what is good? Another panel member from the podcast. What are your questions with it? The Shield Pro can, yes, it can. There's a point where the Shield Pro used to be able to stream to YouTube and through Twitch, and you can direct record, and you can go from 1080p to 4K, but for some reason removed that feature. What up, Mark? GeForce Now 3080, the only cloud gaming bill. No, the Stadia does 4K. Stadia can actually run 4K, so Stadia can project higher than GeForce Now on your PC through like a browser. But when it comes to 4K, both Stadia and GFN does it, but Stadia, GFN you need an NVIDIA Shield TV, whereas Stadia you can use any setup box that has 4K, like the Walmart $20 on device, you can actually project 4K. So Stadia does higher than 1440p on the PC. Happy to talk about how stuff like Discover. Okay, thank you, Maker. Merging services because the video streams are failing. Are they merging services though? What services are they merging? I don't think we'll see games emerging like movie and TV industries. Gaming is only going to. Okay, I think I see. Okay, especially in okay metaverse. um, yeah. Okay, that makes sense, Ben. I think you're right on there as well. No, I don't. I don't think I see it happening as well. I think if we were to be honest, all of the cloud platforms need work, need games, smooth features. I agree. Cloud is still too early to call anything. But my thing is, it's good to see progression rather than regression. And Stadia is making progression. Again, you've seen this up direct streaming to 4K. That is progression. But then I feel like when you see, I would like to see I think most of these companies have been out long enough to where we should be seeing a consistent not this, right? And I think with Stadia, we've seen this, right? For instance, they are bringing features, but then they're losing games, right? People, they're making progress, but then people are leaving. GFN recently they were doing this, but with this cap in frames, they're starting to do this again, right? So I don't like seeing that, right? Xbox Cloud Gaming, I would say slowly they've just been going up, right? There hasn't been like anything negative in press to bring them down. So I think most of these companies have been available long enough to where we should start seeing, consistent upward. It's yeah. All right, so I have like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna quickly merging because it happened in the long run. Just look at Xbox, EA Play. They both roaching. Yes, yes. Truth. You're asking extremely difficult. Happy. I don't think it's difficult. I'm just having a hard time understanding it. But I think I understand it now. And I do think we're not going to see those mergers occur anytime soon yet for cloud. GFN has twice as minutes of that Stadia Reddit than yes. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. That's a great question too. That's like saying Bethesda can scoop. Yeah, we got that with Nvidia reference. Just got my, oh, nice. Congrats, Black Panther. Do you think they would charge more for? No, I think the goal is for them to eventually bump up the 1440p to 4K. I think, in the future we'll see that to where you'll just pay the same price but get a little boost there. What up, geek? Um, okay. All right, Bethesda was a heck a lot smarter. Yeah, Bethesda net value was around 4 billion. But yeah, it's Nvidia. Yes, truth, truth. All right, wow, you guys are on here. Anyone? All right, I'm just gonna pick a certain few and then get off this. Do you think they'll open 30 for everyone and not just pre-order? Because I wouldn't mind paying. Yes, I think eventually. I think they're trying to meet the demand, but eventually they will open it to everyone. Amazon could purchase Nvidia, still have. Yeah, but from a business perspective, is that a smart move, right? 755 bill, is that a smart move? And I'm sure their people on the board won't be too happy with them shelling out all that cash for that acquisition, because you have to ask the question, what um what benefit is this merger going to bring to Amazon? They really don't need to pay 755 billion to merge with Nvidia. If anything, Nvidia will get the better out of that deal, and Amazon's the one paying for it. So uh I took 5 years to get. Oh gosh, easy, Johnny. They might eventually, or what we might see is just xCloud has its own rate, right? Because right now xCloud's merged into Game Pass. In the future, we can see xCloud being available for like 5.99. Because it's just a service included into Game Pass. Some people just like, I I don't own an Xbox console. I don't use my PC to play games. So if they drop the price to like 599, honestly speaking, I wouldn't mind paying that for xCloud, because I use xCloud mostly to play games in cloud and not for the other features that Game Pass has. But yeah, I can totally see them having a separate. What up, Hendrix? Ace, why do you think mine works through browser? Yeah, Hendrix, Chief just did a video on Halo, the comparison to the frame rate versus performance. If you look at his video, he wasn't getting his through the dashboard. Again, we talk about this with xCloud. There's a lot of inconsistencies, man, and they got to clean that up. They are in beta, so we can give them a pass. But xCloud, I would say, is one of the most inconsistent inconsistent cloud game platform right now. We talked about that. Anyway, they have a lot of cleanup, a lot of work to do, and that's just the case right now for it. It's not showing up. Halo Infinite, last I checked, it wasn't showing up in the dashboard. It's just how xCloud is right now. None will March Cloud through. Yeah, NVIDIA will become a trillion. They will. Keep an eye. All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully, I was able to answer most of your questions. We do this every Wednesday, 12 p.m. PST. Podcast done. Miss it. This Saturday, still working on some the guests that we're gonna bring, but should be a fun show. Again, Halo Infinite is killing it right now, so we'll talk about Halo Infinite, but yeah, and other cloud gaming stuff. But working on getting more devs. I know I've said this before, but I'm actually in talks with some devs now to bring them to the show. I think it'll be good. Something we try to do in CGX Cast is to get like enthusiasts, brilliant cloud game people into one place to have a really great discussion about cloud gaming every week. So I think it'll be cool to get like people who are hands on with these platforms, so dev. So I'm talking to some right now, and that's going to be the goal moving forward for CGX Cast, getting some like high profile guest people on there to kind of make the conversations more to give us more insight on what truly goes behind the scene with cloud gaming. But appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for the podcast. Stay tuned. We have some other videos coming next week. Again, same time, we'll be on here doing the same thing. So see you guys then. Till next time. Peace out.